everybody, this is Salvi here with the VTuber news coming right up for you. Before that, of course, smash that subscribe button, hit that bell, and the like button as well, and let's get right into it. Reimu Endo was a female Colombian VTuber affiliated with Nijisanji EN. She had recently graduated and became a MarieFD, according to what everyone was saying and what I had put out there as well. MarieFD is an independent female virtual YouTuber. She's doing her own thing, has been doing her own thing, but now we have some serious allegations coming out against her from Barilof. Barilof is a VTuber who is a singing love, here to do her best. Streaming activity is on my YouTube. They've recently come out with this, a former corporate VTuber doxed me, and this is what we're going to be getting into.
Hello, my name is Bari. Some of you may know me by my former name, Rin. I'm sharing this statement to document my personal experiences involving an individual publicly known as Marie/MarieFD, as well as my interactions with her former employer. Over the past 2.5 years, I have experienced repeated harassment, boundary violations, doxing, and what I perceived as institutional inaction, all of which had left a lasting impact on my safety and well-being. This statement is not intended to assign motives or speculate on anyone's internal thoughts. I'm speaking only to what I personally experienced, observed, and how those events affected me. In mid to late 2022, Marie entered a brief romantic relationship with a colleague that ended poorly.
So she already starts out with some very serious things being said about the romantic relationship. Let's continue.
Sometime afterwards, she developed a close relationship with another colleague who was my former long-term partner. I did not object to their friendship or public interactions.
So this is all within Nijisanji, when she was still in Nijisanji,
as playful behavior and fan service are common in our industry. However, at in-person events, I personally observed Marie engaging in physical behavior towards him that I perceived as flirtatious, including one incident where she threw herself onto him with enough force that they nearly fell off a chair. Multiple individuals were present during this incident. Additionally,
here it says, man, sometimes I'd be like, feelings aren't something to be ashamed of, be it good or bad ones. Why didn't I end up having a crush on blank instead, man? Then I remember you have a girlfriend, and I'm like, wait, never mind, LMAO.
I was informed that she had made a personal confession to him. I communicated my discomfort.
Again, Bari says, hi Marie, thank you for adding me. Sorry I caught you off guard or anything, and thank you again for today, joining our GC and thanking group chat and talking things out. After we hung up the call, I remembered I forgot to ask you about one last thing. I was focused on having the main point heard and got a little overwhelmed. A while ago, when you were first vented about and said something along the lines of blank, I wish I had a crush on, then I remembered to have a girlfriend. Is there any reason why you phrased it like that? He mentioned it in passing and never really understood it. I thought it would be best to ask you directly and pass the message along like before. And like you said, you don't have anything towards him, which I thank you again for telling me that it helped me and my anxiety. I'm just asking for peace of mind. I'm gonna be honest with you, I generally don't remember saying that, and I did. If I did, I'm sorry. I really can't assure you, even if I did, didn't have you as a GF.
To Marie privately through direct messages in a call with two.
So yeah, didn't have you as a GF. I wouldn't really do anything to get him because I can't tell you 100% wholeheartedly from all the years I talked with him and knew about him. I haven't been attracted to him in the slightest, blah, blah, blah.
Other individuals. During that conversation, she stated that she did not recall the incident due to...
Again, these are the things. Can let me know when you're around. Want to talk about something here? Oh, great. It's kind of serious. Is that right with you? Something wrong? Then they go through the whole process here. I'm pausing it so you guys can take a look. But the whole thing here, they're talking about the dinner situation, about how they felt uncomfortable, about them being, Marie throwing themselves at him, and made very uncomfortable. Also came across as rather disrespectful because of the fact it was right in front of my significant other, the girlfriend, and Barilof. Snapping thing happened within the same hour as had me so confused. So they're talking about the confusion that they're having here. Top of this, more think about it, the more things come to mind, just make it rather uncomfortable in hindsight. For example, I've noticed an influx of a lot of blank art being liked and retweeted by you, basically shipping art, that type of thing. Has made me uncomfortable due to the previous incident. Usually turn blind eye to ship stuff. It's usually not something that we livers retweet, but when it gets brought into my timeline by people who follow, sometimes it's a bit difficult to overlook. especially with the addition of For You tab. Acknowledging it also leads to more people making those kinds of things. Basically, stop doing that, one of those things. Sorry if this feels like I'm coming out of nowhere all these months later. Been very conflicted with my own thoughts over the whole thing, and I hate confrontation more than anything, especially with people considered good friends. But I decided I'd rather have walking around with these conflicting things, but basically rather let you know. And it says, oh, thank you for talking with me. First of all, I apologize again for telling you to shut up in Japan. Understand it may seem unprovoked at dinner when I apologized to you about giving a second explanation. I was embarrassed. They are just apologizing here. Like, don't take that as an excuse, but you know, they're very sorry. Again, if I don't believe it was wrong of me to explode that way, if they believe it was wrong of them to explode in that way. A lot of my friends already kept asking me about if it was bothered, that you kept telling him that about him. And I think the first second thing, generally had no idea. I made you and blank feel uncomfortable, which is basically Bari in this case. I'm sorry I don't remember throwing myself at you, but I saw it the way it's unaddressed. They basically, again, claiming that they don't remember. They're claiming that they don't remember anything. Thank you for bringing it up to me. I generally had no idea. Now I know. Does blank feel comfortable enough to talk to me? I apologize to them directly. About the blank, I don't really think much about it either. Shipping stuff. But I don't really talk about the art tag either, like every single post it then about, of course, respect, blah, blah. Basically, do you feel comfortable about talking, etc. So let's continue.
Consumption, but agreed to stop engaging in shipping content involving him from May.
They expressed discomfort 3 different times. My DMs, his DMs, separate private call with 2 individuals present, all privately.
2023 onward. At the time, I believed the matter hadn't been resolved. In the months that followed, I personally experienced exclusion from collaborative projects, negative statements and rumors about me within company and mutual networks, and finally, harassment, including the doxing of personal information and death threats. It became apparent that directly settling boundaries with her was insufficient to prevent the disclosure of our personal information. I reported these incidents to Marie's previous employer through the appropriate channels after my personal information was shared without my consent.
So there was doxing involved. This is doxing. This is straight up just doxing. There was doxing involved of sharing the personal information. She also felt, like she said before, that she was being excluded from a lot of things, from company collabs with the company, collabs with other people in the company, collabs in general. Professionally, she was getting hit hard.
It was communicated that following their internal review, the reported conduct was being addressed.
So here we go, back here. It says other people's photos, mentioning personal information, all that kind of stuff. After letting them know of all the breach of trust, making negative remarks about a proactive PR video and your social media account, all these types of things that they had in Nijisanji. Let's hear what she says.
In a review, the reported conduct was being addressed in accordance with company policy and that the potential disciplinary measures were under consideration. This
is Nijisanji's supervisor letting them know. Want to inform you that she's been ill for the past few days. While she recovers, I'll be taking over communications, regularly reporting to me and fully aware of the situation. Also, our message has been and will continue to represent the company, not just the opinion of single employees. They're not saying Nijisanji, but I'm saying Nijisanji. Thank you again for your feedback. Given the severity of the action, we determined that the level of malice involved is substantial. 7 p.m. JST, October 18th, we concluded that a penalty will be either public apology accompanied by suspension of activities or contract termination if no apology is made. So the assumption here is that the contract was terminated, as an assumption I'm making, and she was allowed to graduate on the positive end kind of thing. So that is an interesting turn of events here. While we will not disclose your identity as the source of the information, we must show her the bullying and doxing comments of a locked X account as part of the process to either terminate her contract or secure public apology. As a result, she may be able to deduce that you are the source of the information. Look forward to hearing from you.
Time that other individuals had submitted related concerns. From my perspective, no meaningful action appeared to be taken. I continued to see Marie receive sponsorships, design upgrades, and high-profile opportunities, which made me feel like my concerns were being minimized.
Marie/Reimu.
In April of 2025, after my former partner resigned from the company, reportedly due to increasing stress and dissatisfaction with the company's response to certain concerns, I was notified that Marie's contract would not be renewed. The company publicly characterized this as graduation without acknowledgement of any related complaints or disciplinary actions. Following her departure, the harassment I had been experiencing online stopped abruptly, coinciding with the timing of her leaving.
So, they terminated her contract. Her contract was at least not renewed. And again, Nijisanji allowed, same thing that happened like with Aster, allowed her to just leave and just be a graduation, which is a positive thing. A termination would have been a negative thing, or not renewing of a contract would have been a negative thing itself. This is what this person, of course, is alleging. These are all allegations. They are showing a lot of evidence, but these are still allegations since they are not done in a court of law. Just have to give you guys that, at least at this point.
My intention was to move on and not address this. However, Marie recently spoke about me publicly, presenting a version of events that, from my perspective, does not align with what I experienced. Remaining silent has allowed misinformation to persist, and I believe that transparency is necessary to protect myself and others in similar situations. I am sharing this to document my personal experience, highlight what I perceived as a pattern of harm and inaction, and advocate for greater transparency and accountability within our community standards. I am not asking or encouraging anyone to harass or retaliate against Marie or her former employer. The information in this statement reflects my personal experiences, perceptions, and understanding of the events as they unfolded. Thank you for your time.
My guess is that this was done with the help of a lawyer. As she says, this is all this is all her side of thinking. The only reason she even started doing this, even decided to do this, was because, according to her, again allegations, according to her, MarieFD / who used to be Reimu Endo, decided to start talking again to people that they know. And then I guess people started talking to her or something like that. She was made aware of Marie's public comments. Not private comments, public comments on the whole thing, making it as her being the victim, or at least trying to spin it into maybe overreactions, etc. So this is a really bad thing. This is why I'm talking about it. This is why I'm making a video about it. Normally I wouldn't, but this is a very big thing. I always push for better, for people to be better in the community, for the community itself to be better, and this is not a case of the community doing great things, at least not Nijisanji. And of course, one main thing, as she mentioned, do not go harass Marie. Do not go harass Reimu and any of their other PLs that are going on. Anybody in the agency of Nijisanji themselves, etc. Do not go and do that. This is just basically a post of letting you know the pain that she has been going through. That is my main thing. I don't have anything against any of the creators mentioned here myself. This is not a personal, this isn't anything personal of me, wanting to attack anybody. This is just me letting you know all the information that's out there, because I do believe it is very serious and it needs to be shown. And once again, finally, all of this are allegations with, of course, they show receipts, but they're all allegations legally because they have not been put into a court of law. Alienmixture, or Ali as a lot of people call her, is a VTuber with Sock's VTuber agency. She was independent before that. She is an English-speaking VTuber, of course. She joined them in March 2025. But why am I talking about her today? She has had a bit of eventing where she was reaching out to creators, other people in her sphere, the same size, that type of thing. And she has reached out and let people know what was going on, and just let her know. To see, real talk, this is just me venting out loud, and maybe doing this I can find passion, motivation again, but I'm just at my lowest. I always tell myself that I'm a good streamer and I put my all into everything that I do, that it's worth it, but I am starting to question if it really is. Days blend into one another, stream, post more content, social media, stream, post more content, social media, stream, etc. And I hope that every day I do it, I will get somewhere with it, and it will get somewhere. Basically, she wants to, grow and everything like that. With all I am doing, I will hopefully get somewhere, but it sadly never comes. I keep reaching for a tomorrow that doesn't seem to be coming for me, no matter how much I push myself. It doesn't seem to be enough. When friends or mutuals reach their goals, I love celebrating with them because they deserve it, but deep inside, I get jealous and upset because of things they are celebrating. I wish I could do the same, and it's sadly a reality I never wanted to come to light. I'm at a point where I'm not sure if I do anymore, of what to do anymore, because streaming, I love entertainment, and I love the friends I have made, but the feeling it's not enough and that I'm not enough is crushing me. It probably isn't worth sharing at all, but I am lost. And she continues on with saying, I cried and now I feel better. I'm sad that she feels this way, because anybody who's watched Alienmixture, I've watched, I've rated, I've done all that kind of stuff to Alienmixture, and she is amazing. She does so much good stuff, so much fun stuff. She's a little gremlin there. She has so much fun with her community. She is a ball of fun in the whole time she's there. So it really is a shame when things like this don't go right for her. We are going to, of course, go next. It says, thank you to everyone who reached out. It's just getting harder every day to push out of this and find my spark. I'm completely shut down and not sure what I want to do from here. She should definitely take some time. It is up to her whether she takes some time off or just, tries to refresh in some way. But I hate seeing this, and that's why I push it out there. Because if you ever feel this burnout and that type of stuff, of course, reach out to friends and people you care about. Ours is a global esports organization. they have other things here where, you know, they're doing a lot of esports stuff, including a lot of VTubers with esports things. And today we're going through them, or talking about them, because they are doing something with Delutaya. Delutaya is a Japanese-speaking VTuber, independent VTuber now. She used to be a part of Hololive as Mano Aloe. She is now Delutaya, has been for years. And one of the things that they're doing is Scars is venturing into the world of music. We are thrilled to announce the launch of VTuber project Me Stage in collaboration with Victor Entertainment. So Delutaya has been working really hard as a V-singer. She has been doing a lot. I've been a fan of Delutaya since she became Delutaya recently, well, at least around the time after the Mano Aloe thing. I've been a part of her Pixie fan box, etc. She has been working super duper hard at getting the connections, getting the networks, getting all that kind of stuff, growing herself from the bottom up. And now she's not only with Victor Entertainment, she's with Scars as well, and as well as Kirameki Eve. They have both joined the content creator division. We look forward to their future endeavors. These are both of them that you can see here, Delutaya and Kirameki Eve. It is amazing for both of them to be a part of this, for both of them to have this great opportunity as well. The Me Stage is a world where everyone can enjoy the fusion of music and esports culture, growing around the world, establishing itself a major culture, mainly for young people. There are many scenes in the threshold. It's high for people to touch the first time. So they're trying to use music as a kind of a bridge to get people that are into esports, get people into esports, along with, you know, getting some music in there as well. So it seems like they want to marry both of them together and hopefully have that as a strategy to get more people into their esports division, at least interested in esports overall. Intersecting music esports, create a place for new talent and expression. I'm glad that they chose Delutaya here. She did debut in 2020, so that's around the time that I started to get to know her as well. She has been very active. She has also been, like I said, trying to grow herself as much as she can. She is the triangle VTuber. A lot of people have the little delta or triangle VTuber. And here we go with Kirameki Eve. Kirameki Lee or Eve is a VTuber who started distributing in October 2021. She does game live broadcasts, live action distribution. So she does some live streams as well. ASMR, hot challenge, fitness, that type of stuff. So she is also getting this great opportunity. I'm very happy for the both of them. I'm very glad that Scars with Victor Entertainment are taking a bit of a gamble, which it always is. And I'm glad that they have the opportunity to do this. Let's see here with Delutaya responding. Delutaya will now be participating as a member of the joint project Me Stage by Scars and Victor Entertainment. Hope to expand my activities in both music and esports, enjoying both even more than before. Thank you for your support. Welcome back, everybody, to the VTuber Showcase, the place where I like to showcase up-and-coming VTubers of various sizes, shapes, forms, types, everything in between. The reason why I do this is because I want to promote VTubers instead of just having myself be promoted in every video. I don't like doing that. I want to promote others in order to push people up. So today, we're talking about Munchkin Hime, who is a shy, EST, sleepy content creator VA. Let's take a look at their Twitch. A little anxious VTuber who likes playing niche games from RPG to FPS and more. Sucks at singing and voice acting. Lots of brain rot here and there. Let's take a look at some of the brain rot here.
What did that happen? What are you talking about? It's one thing to be God in Minecraft, it's another thing to be a ninja and another time.
Ninja Gaiden, it looks like.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
They fell again, it looks like. So let's take a look at their YouTube site, which at this point looks like it is a placeholder with a little bit of stuff from Little Nightmares. Also looking at VODs, things like that. And also they do have some shorts. They have one short there. Thank you so much, Munchkin Hime, for allowing me to showcase you on my channel. I do hope this helps you in some way. Thank you guys for watching as always. And of course, take a look, and if you enjoy everything, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification icon, all those things that YouTube asks of you. Really do appreciate you. Have a wonderful day.